In our next session, which is going to be called Seed to Fruit Storytelling, Transforming Your Brand's Message Through Creativity. And coming up to give this little session is the lovely Denice Sharina Lao, founder and CEO of Passion Fruit Marketing Collaboration. And I remember that because I remember her tagline, make your passion fruitful. See, I remembered that. Fantastic. So please welcome Denice up to the stage, everybody.
Hi everyone. I'm the last one to talk today before we head over to the recognition session. And as you see, I'm very small. And could you guys still see me? Is my head floating right now? So I'll just keep this short. Seed to fruit storytelling. This is something that this is our creative process in our company, and this is really something that we believe in. So before I start, I would just like to ask any of you, could you guys share any story that you found amusing in the past 24 hours? Just anything. Feel free to go to the mic, and as a good friend, I would like to volunteer a person I just met in this conference, Kevin. I'm very prepared for lack of audience participation, and I have so much transparency that I am telling you, before I went here, if no one stands up, you will stand up. And he said,
right.
I got your back, girl, I got your back. It will never be boring. Yes.
Let's do it. Okay.
Kevin, okay, so my first question is, could you share just like in a sentence, a story you found really amusing?
The train stations here in Dubai are way more advanced than the ones we got way back in the Philippines.
And why do you think that story is amusing? Where is it coming from?
Yeah, from the moment that I stepped in on the platform, the voiceover is loud and clear, whereas in the Philippines it's kind of mucky, like a and you don't like to go to those train stations because you don't feel like you're gonna go to your destinations when hearing those voiceovers.
Yes, and their conditioning is really, really good, even if it's packed, right?
Exactly.
Back home, we'd feel each other's sweat just going through the train station on a peak season. Thank you so much, Kevin. And so now I would like to call on an unscripted audience participation. The gentleman over there, is it okay? Could you share any story that you really liked? The past 24 hours, or maybe the past 3 days, being at a conference, or
Okay, maybe just how, yeah, I think what Kevin said, just how different Dubai is like, compared to back home in England. Like, going on the trains as well and to see the skyscrapers, it's all, it tells us completely different stories to what back home in England does. And when I'm walking around, it's like a different message. And when I'm here, it's like completely different, and it's favored, audience. It's really different, population.
okay, now I would be going to the center of the stage. Oh, we got another one. But I'm still going to the center of the stage because, I'm really small and I would like to show off my outfit for today. It's a different color. And I'm really small. And yes, for our next audience participation, who would like to share a story? Yes. Go ahead. Please share it with us.
I guess that people asking me why I'm coming here, right?
Yes.
And the reason why of course, I want to meet the great minds, people. Okay, and then of course we network. So these 2 days, I was caught into the situation where it is not easy because just after I met the Russian fellow friends, and we were just talking, and suddenly they talk about the war. After that, I met one lady from Ukraine, and then they're talking, and it's but I'm so sorry. But the beauty for me, both are talking good things about, I think soon it will be over and everything will be just fine. It's relieved me because you know what? Because I'm worried that the next day I'm worried that this one is from Ukraine or from Russia. I am
Mm.
Indonesian. I'm so sorry. I don't think this is like negative thing. This is what I feel like. What a bless this event.
Mm. Yes, yes.
Okay, right?
But at that moment, I guess you were worried.
I'm worried just because they look the same and because I'm Indonesian and Asian, right? So I'm afraid of commenting wrong things.
Yes, yes.
But happily, which I feel relieved. I talk to my daughter, see how beautiful this conference is.
Hmm. Yes, actually, I agree. We've seen different nations, and we all come from the place of wanting to serve
It's really awkward on me.
people through marketing, right? And it's really great that here cultures matter and it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. That's it.
Yes, it matters and it doesn't matter because we are all here for the same reason.
And the situation within a country does not matter in here. We are just marketers.
Yes, we are in a safe space in each other's arms, and it's a blessing to be here today. So, the reason why I'm asking different stories from different contexts is because uh, you, we have to always remember that great stories come from real emotion, real struggle, real feelings. And with the seed to fruit storytelling that I'm about to share with you, the seed here is actually uh, the story that we have, the core, the main message, the soul of our message. And just like seeds, we cannot just plant them in any soil. And each seed is different. Some would bear fruit, some would be vegetables, some would be flowers, and they would all sell differently. Some take like 1 million gallons of water. Others would live forever without even any hydration. Some would sell a ton after waiting for it to bloom for like 10 years, a decade, 10 years. And then some stories, some seeds could, bear fruit the next day, but it would sell for a cheaper price at higher volume. And so this is what I want to share, that these stories that you're sharing with me today, these are seeds. And we could all use it differently. Does it mean that the story of Kevin riding the train, does it mean that Kevin's story is only effective on Facebook? Because experts say that you have to be on Facebook, that you have to be on TikTok. Because trends are saying that you have to start dancing. What I mean to say is trends, data, they're all important. But when we forget the soul of our message, of our story, then it's just as good as, not even having a strategy. So as marketers, we often forget the soul of the brands we handle. We often look at data, we often ask experts, we often, get pressured by the likes of the next brand that's trending right now, but we forget to prioritize the soul, the uniqueness of what we're handling, of even our personal story. I mean, just earlier we were talking about personal branding, and a lot of people lose themselves trying to get a portion of a market, of an audience that wouldn't really care for them when they find out the real thing. And so the what I'm trying to say is, as storytellers, it's important to first look into the core and the soul of a brand. And then afterwards, decide, where does it go? What format should I take? And one of the things I've been asked the past year, maybe 5 times, is, okay, do you think we should start a podcast? Do you think it's a good thing? Everybody's starting a podcast. Do you think it's for me? And the easy answer would be just to tell all my clients, yes, yes, you need a podcast because I'm gonna get rich. If you start your podcast, then I'm gonna earn more, right? But like as someone who values stories, I wouldn't say yes to all of them because a podcast is a long format. It's like saying, you could stretch a poem into a novel, or like saying an essay uh, could be summarized into one sentence. And there are different types of stories, and all of our stories have souls. And the only way we could transform our content to various formats and still be true to who we are or true to what the brand is holding is if we understand the core of what we're handling, the story that we're carrying, the story that we chose. And so that's one of the things that are very, very important. And then, lastly, uh, since I have 5 minutes left and everybody is very, very excited to, see the awardees today, uh, transforming messages goes beyond clicking and goes beyond statistics. Because what good is a company with a lot of sales today but can't generate anything in the next few years because they've lost who they are in the process of all the noise. Remember, the trends go by more faster than ever than before. Today, you feel like, oh my gosh, I'm riding on this trend, and then the next day there's a new one, right? And the only way that you could serve your clients or yourself or your stories better is when you understand that only by being authentic, and it's not being cheesy, it's really understanding the human spirit, and the soul of a story. Only when you know the real thing that could drive out an emotion, that's the only time you could actually transform it well. So you have to ask yourself, does the brand I'm handling, does it need an article? Does it need a caption on Facebook? And most of the times, the best stories don't mind the rules. They just really focus on what's important. And I know there have been a lot of rules in the past, like shorter captions are better, be straight to the point, use pretty images, or stop adding links to your captions. Yes, they are true. They are algorithms. They are true. But handling like hundreds of projects over the past years, shockingly, I've learned to listen to my clients, and they would say, I really wanna share it this way. And there are a million instances where these posts get 5,000 likes, and the ones that followed the formats everybody is doing is that got like what 10 likes in the same week. And so sometimes we think things don't work um because the rules aren't followed, but well, in fact, some things don't work because we don't listen to the heart of the stories that we're handling. And so, I want to end this short sharing on storytelling, by asking you guys to reflect on, why you're here today. Each of us got an award, and what does this award mean to you? What is the soul of that award? Is it to build credibility for your company? Is it a symbol of success from personal struggle? Is it um, a sign that you should hang on and keep on doing what you're doing? We all come from different stories, cultures, and what does this award mean to us? And what is the one story about this award at the back of it? I've heard so many beautiful speeches over the past 3 days. What are the stories? What is the story of your award that you would not trade for any money? And then ask yourself, are you asking your clients to delete their story just because you believe that this is the trend or the most effective thing? How much we treasure our personal stories, the core of it, the story of it, is the same with brands. These brands are built not just by like corporations. Like at some point, it had heritage, right? I mean, we've all handled different brands, and all of them have stories. All of them have employees who believe in it, who root for the company. And sometimes we have to ask ourselves, are we reaching out and drawing out that soul from the things we do by the pressure of everything, by the pressure of all the rules that are popping up? And we don't even know if it's worth it to drop the soul. And the best brands we know the history of, right? We all know how Apple started. We all know these things. And, it's just really, I just want to end this conference reminding all of us that, we have to respect the heart of the messages, of the stories, of the culture that we're handling, because we are blessed. We are more than blessed to be in the position of transforming, amplifying the right messages, and giving voice to so many brands and people. So that ends my talk. I have exactly 0 seconds. And thank you so much, Marketing 2.0, for having me.
Thank you so much, Denice. That was a great way to end us on. What a great message there. Absolutely love that. Thank you so much for that. Wonderful. Maybe I'll tell you my grandfather's anecdote sometime. It's kind of amusing. It's good, but I don't have time right now.